Welcome, everyone. We've got the cards laid out for setting daily intentions. We're going to check out and see what potentially the energy could look like for the collective. Remember, only take what resonates, leave the rest. Don't try to make it fit into your life. But what I'm seeing here heavily is that there are people around you who have crossed the line with you many times. You sit in a position of often questioning whether you can trust people around you. And this weighs heavy in your life. And it makes you resent this situation because you want to be able to trust these people. These are people that are supposedly supposed to be close to you. They're supposed to be people you trust. And it makes you feel like you're always on the edge. You can't trust them. You don't know what their intent is behind everything they say and everything they do. And a lot of times this leads into an area of misunderstanding. It makes it feel like there's constantly a wall up. You're constantly having to push these people back because it causes you an immense amount of anxiety. And tomorrow's energy may feel heavy in this. Now, you've probably run into this a lot in your life and have run into it a lot in the past. But tomorrow, this energy may be sitting heavy. You might be interacting with people tomorrow that you typically keep a distance from. And these people may be surfacing in your life and kind of pushing your buttons. And you may feel provoked. And this may lead to a lot of misunderstanding and anxiety in your day. So be prepared in a sense of if you find yourself interacting with people that tend to trigger you heavily, be sure to set your intentions that you think about how you're thinking. I mean, I see cognitive distortion here in the neurolinguistics that came out. And it's very important to look at unhelpful patterns of thought that may be distorting your reality. Maybe you're reading too much into it. Maybe you're thinking about past events and bringing it to the current situation that's happening, and it's making you sit more heavily in the resentment and causing this immense amount of anxiety. Just remember that you have God to reach out to in prayer to help guide you in a situation, help realign you into where you're in a clearer mindset. So you're not allowing these people to trigger you. And when we see the other neurolinguistics cards switch to success, this is a really good technique, which is helps you to rapidly change any type of habits or emotional responses by replacing them by desirable alternatives. So visualizing a behavior you want to leave behind and quickly swish it into a new image of success. So potentially, like if you're in a situation where you're finding yourself being heavily anxious around people that are triggering you, maybe put yourself into a different mindset. And remember anchoring, right? A lot of times I showed this, the anchoring, quickly put your mind into a place that brings you peace, brings you calm, allows you to not be reactive rather than being reactive, to respond. So a lot of times if you visualize something, anchor yourself in the moment, when that trigger happens, bring your fingers together and it will bring you back into that space, that mindset that you need to calm you so you're not as reactive. And the divine is there. God is always out there for you to reach out to in prayer. Don't forget that. You have angels around you helping you. You have the Spirit around you. The Holy Spirit is always there to guide you. And this will bring you into reconciliation. This will allow you to find that calm. And that's however it looks for you. This doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be friends or you're going to end the conversation on a positive note, but it's probably going to end in a more calmer note where you're not as triggered and as anxious as you are because you now have things in place prepared for the next day to be able to handle the situation. And when we look at the word question, this is really important because you should be questioning everything. Dig deeper, flip that script, play devil's advocate to press for answers. Do not accept that the information given is all there is to know. Seek out the underlying thoughts and motives behind the details presented to you. To plant a seed of doubt in the mind, question what their intent is behind why they're triggering you. A lot of times, if you can connect those dots, it really helps you to be able to navigate it in a better way. The cross examination of a witness, the Socrates' method or other forms of educational inquisition that force one to consider the truth. A lot of times people don't want to hear the truth. I'm going to be honest with you. That you could be dealing with people in your life that just are constantly pushing those buttons with you, and you are constantly trying to convince them of your truth. It's not always worth it. Curious, hungry, alternative. If you accept the face value only, you may never find the complex beauty of reality. All scientific discoveries start with a question. Don't ever forget that. Always question everything. All love stories unfold with vulnerability. It is when we intentionally take another look that life begins. You need to look at your life in a different way. When someone is triggering you, look at them in a different way. Don't look at them at how you looked at them in the past. Reform how you're looking at them. And in preparation for tomorrow, ask yourself these questions. Have you found all the answers you were looking for? Are you sure? Who, what, when, where, why, how? Really ask yourself why these triggers are happening, because oftentimes these people around you who cross the line in trust, they just know what buttons to push. They're quite skilled in that area. And then the angel numbers. Help is coming. 410. It's all coming together now. Your angel's message is clear. The final steps in receiving is to have an open mind. You have all you need in the moment. Right now, choose a center pose such as the butterfly, child's, easy seat that promotes inner peace. However that inner peace looks for you, find a position to sit comfortably. Feel abundantly grateful that more is on its way to you in divine timing. And remember, you might not find peace right in the moment. Everything's on divine timing. And then we had 191, new opportunities, make a positive change. This is really important. The angels are pushing you towards change you need to make. When you're excited about a new opportunity or people coming your way, good things will arrive. You will be encouraged to focus on the positive in your new situation and to look forward to the challenges that will inevitably come with them. Listen to a song that empowers you right now as you let them yourself feel inspired and excited for what is to come. And I can say in closing that a lot of times when I'm feeling anxious and stressed, putting on music, even dancing for me, because I was just born dancing, I love to dance, really relieves the anxiety and stress and allows me to remove myself from that mental space of being in resentment and anxiety and relying on what brings joy and happiness into my day. And for everybody, that can look different. For some people, it's just taking a walk. Some people it's doing art, listening to music, watching a funny movie, whatever it is that helps you shift your mindset in that moment to step out of the energy that you potentially could feel tomorrow. Put those things in place today. Prepare yourself for the next day that this potentially could be a triggering event, because there are people around you all the time that are going to test you and push your buttons. It's all about being prepared, setting your intentions properly so that you are armed with what you need to get through that. All right, everybody. I'm so happy you're here. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and blessings.